We have a new math skill to learn today. So let's go over our daily learning objective and look at some different examples of what we're learning today. All right, I'll go first. Today I will classify objects into categories and tell why they are in each category. Now we'll break this down. So you try, I'll go slow, so you try to repeat. Today I will classify objects into categories and tell why they are in each category. To classify objects means to find qualities or characteristics that are similar or the same. So I have some shapes up here. I have a triangle, a circle, some hexagons, a square, and a rectangle. I can classify them into two groups. If you look at them, I see two things that are similar. I see these ones are red and these ones are yellow. I'm going to move them because I can pick them up with my magnets. If I classify them, I could classify them by color because the same characteristics they have here, the same characteristic they have is that they're red. On this side, what color are they? Yellow. I classified them by color, red and yellow colors. Let's look at some other examples of how we can classify different groups of items. This is a lesson that you can classify like lots of different things. Socks, shapes, animals. In your workbook today, you'll be looking at different animals and whether or not they have spots, or if they have 4 legs or no legs, if they have feathers or no feathers, wings, no wings. So we'll look at different examples here than in your book, but you'll be practicing the same skill, classifying. Find things that are similar and group the items that have something similar into different categories. Okay, so I have some food magnets. I'll put them up, I'll tell you what they are, and then we can decide how we want to sort them. I have some salmon, orange slices, chicken, honeydew, grapes, steak, lunch turkey meat, apples, and strawberries. They're all things that you can eat, so we can't put them in a category of just what we eat, because then that'd be one category. We want to separate this group. We want to classify it into two groups and find the items that have similar characteristics. So if I look at, let's just start with one. This is strawberries. Let's put strawberries to the side and see if we find anything that's similar with strawberries. What I notice about my group is that it's all food, but I see that some items are fruits, some items are meat. So let's sort them by meat and fruits. What would go over here with the strawberries? I know, the honeydew. That's a fruit. Let's see, let's put my turkey meat or my chicken over here. What else is a meat? My salmon is a meat. My steak, that's a meat. How about the grapes? Where should we put the grapes? With the category fruits or meats? Fruits. How about the orange slices? Would the orange slices go with the meats or the fruits? The fruits. What about the turkey meat? The meats. I said turkey meat. And our apple slices. Where should the apples go? Fruits or meat? With the fruits. So we classified them into two groups, fruits and meats. If you were in class, I would have the boys and girls stand up, and I would have the girls go on one side and boys go on other side, and I would classify you by a group of girls and a group of boys. And I do lots of different activities, and the kids are here, like with their shoes with laces, shoes that are slip-ons. Maybe shoes that are boots and shoes that have Velcro. You can separate by color. If you stand up and you have different colored shirts on, I could say this is a group of students wearing red on their shirts. This group over here has blue on their shirts. Let's look at some other examples of classifying objects into categories. Let me move my fruit and meat out of the way. Excuse me. I have some broccoli, potato, a dinner roll, a bagel, lettuce, slice of bread, cucumbers, and corn. Now let's look at these objects. How can we classify them? Put them into groups. Let's see. I see a couple different things we could do. What do you think? I'll show you a couple different ways we could sort this group out. First, I'll sort them by color. I see items that are green, I see items that are brown, and yellow. I'm going to classify these objects into categories by color. So first I'll start with green. I'll put broccoli, lettuce, cucumber. Those are all my green items. Now I'm going to do brown. I've got some brown on my roll, got some brown on my bagel, some brown on my slice of bread, and there's brown on my potato. My piece of corn has yellow. I can put him over here just because he doesn't have any fruit or vegetable or food friends. Doesn't mean that I still can't put him into, classify him into a color category. So this way I classified them by color. Greens, browns, and my yellow. I can classify them another way. I'm going to classify them by vegetables and bread products. So if I put my corn over here with my broccoli, lettuce, and cucumbers, I'm also going to put my potato over here because that's a root vegetable. I'll just scooch my bread products over here. I classified them again in a different way, the same objects, but in a different classified category. This time I did vegetables. My corn, broccoli, lettuce, cucumber, and potato, those are my vegetables, and these ones are my bread products. So there's different ways that you can sort things and classify them. Now let me move these out of the way. In your book, you will be crossing out items or circling items. It says putting X's. On here it'll say circle items that have a type of feature, characteristic. Over here it's talking about putting X's. So if it has, like this one over here, it has cows, number 4. It says draw a circle around the cows that are brown, then mark an X on the cows that are not. So you'll be circling and marking X's. Let me do one more example, and then we'll sort them a couple different ways. I'm just going to show you just a couple different things. Okay, there's a couple different ways I can sort these into categories. Right away, I see the really easy way I can sort them into a category. I can classify them. I'm going to do it by color. Color is the easiest one, I think, that is easy to recognize. So I'll sort there first. I'll put all my greens on this side and my blues on this side. I classified them by color because all my group over here is green, all my group over here is blue. There's another way I can classify them. Did you notice what I drew on the dots? I drew smiley faces. Now I'm going to sort them by plain circles and smiley face circles. I'll put my smiley faces over here, and I'll put my plain circles over here. I'm not classifying by color anymore. I'm classifying by happy faces and plain circles. So in your book, it'll be your turn. Let's just review a few things because I want to just go over some of them. I just want to clarify. So it says, have a student draw a circle around the animals that have feathers, then mark X's on the animals that do not. So if you don't know what the animals are, there's a turkey. That's a bird. Bird have feathers. That's a snake. Snakes do not have feathers. This is a bird. It has feathers. This is a rooster. It has feathers. A frog does not have feathers, so you would put an X on him. The hen has feathers. We'll learn more about animals later, but we'll learn different attributes of animals, why birds have feathers, reptiles have scales. So different attributes like that. Number 2, some have wings, some do not. So put animals that have wings. So if it can fly, it has wings. And some animals have wings that don't fly, like ostriches and penguins. But in here, it has animals that are actually flying. Over here, you're classifying by color. Over here, it's by spots. If you look really carefully, those are big spots. These are little spots. The hound dog has like a pattern on them, but those aren't spots. And then you look carefully on this brown dog here. It's really hard to see. It has teeny tiny little spots, so it might try to trick you. So just look carefully on the animals. And then on your last one, number 8, your challenge question. It says, look at the animals and decide how they were sorted and draw another animal to go along with it. So look carefully. Why did someone put these animals all in the same category? Look at the characteristics of the animals and decide what do they have that is similar. What do they have that is similar? Something that's the same on all of them. And then the one down here, same thing. This one's going to be a little harder. It's a monkey, an elephant, and a rabbit. I can see a couple different things that are similar on those ones, so I want to go over those ones because I think you'll pick that one out. But these ones, there's a monkey, an elephant, and a rabbit. They all have 4 legs. I see ears that stick out. They're all happy. I don't know, but that's not a very good characteristic. And they all have tails. So when you draw your animal that goes along with them, decide how it's sorted. I said a couple different examples of how these could be classified, the elephant, the monkey, and the rabbit, but decide which animal you want to add on to it that makes sense, that has a similar attribute. Okay, so now it's your turn. Take your time. And this is a fun activity. Sorting is really fun, so we'll do some more activities with sorting. Okay, now it's your turn. You're going to be doing pages 173 to 176 in Volume 1.